The Morovia Media Group launches Liberia's first paid streaming platform titled Vibes on April 28, 2021. At Vibes, artists will make money from their work. Listen, as an artist, download the app and create your artist profile and upload your songs and cover for free. Each artist signing up to the platform get paid as users or fans stream their song monthly. Users are going to download the app and pay a monthly subscription of $2 USD to listen to unlimited songs monthly using Orange Money and various online payments cards. Vibes app is available on the Google Play Store and on Apple Store. VYBEZ. For more inquiries, you can visit our office on Benson and Macklin Street or call them on the following numbers: +231 775 66872 or +231 777 304 304 or visit their website on www.moroviamediagroup.com or email info@moroviamediagroup.com. Get paid today as an artist for your work with Vibes.
Welcome to Circus, where you can find great quality t-shirts, hoodies, and other merchandise inspired by culture and creativity. We offer a variety of unique designs you can rock for any occasion that will fit your style. Visit our website at circus.com, ser-kes.com, and subscribe for exclusive access to discounts, new arrivals, and many more. Thank you for choosing Circus.
Are you looking for a property to buy or rent? Are you a property owner and looking for a quick and suitable way to sell your properties? Are you looking for a house, an apartment, or land to buy in Liberia, West Africa? Look no further, because Superior Real Estate has all the solutions to your problems. They have beautiful acres of land and comfortable homes for you to buy now. Registered and incorporated, Superior Real Estate is bringing honest real estate transactions and a peace of mind to all their clients. Located in Pinzio, Superior Real Estate can be reached on 0880 544 111 or WhatsApp them on +231 775 874610. You will not be disappointed. Superior Real Estate. Real estate you can trust.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
This app will change.
Many listeners home and abroad. It's good to be with you here this morning.
How was your Ramadan weekend?
Yeah, it was great. We have fun. We ate cow. We did a lot of things and went for the prayer. Yeah, spent the Ramadan day itself with my mom. So that was just our family.
That's very good.
Yeah,
that's how it should be. That's how it should be. So what's this thing in Ganta?
Last evening we just heard our news. Almost 5 to 6 stores got hit by fire, and up to now they haven't been able to quench the fire yet. So this morning, Front Page Africa started reporting it again because it happens. It started since last evening, and you know when it comes to fire in Liberia, even Central Morovia, the fire service don't able to do anything about it. I'm not talking about where they encounter.
Yeah, I saw the. I woke up to the notification, and I saw the fire. It's sad. Now the thing is, I'm saying to myself, we all remember just a few weeks ago there was a property dispute in Ganta.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could this fire incident where at least five stores have been gutted, could this incident be related to that land dispute in Ganta? Did somebody set these stores on fire? Is this an arson attack? That's the question that came to mind. So I'm asking myself, what happened? I mean, many of our people in Liberia don't do property insurance
Mm-hmm.
because um, most of the insurance companies, when you buy insurance policies with them, you pay a premium. Even if you pay your premium on time and consistently, when something happens, getting them to pay your policy can be a problem. So that does not incentivize a lot of people to buy insurance, whether it's on their property or on their cars or whatever. I remember some years back, Prince Howard, a big businessman in Nimba, I think Prince runs the Ivino Hotel. Prince had a situation where his hotel was set ablaze because of some issue that I don't want to go into right now. So we want to offer our solidarity and sympathy to those whose stores got burned. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they must have had goose in them at all. I mean, they must have had some goose, some of their market wares. It's a sad thing, to have that happen. Okay, so I saw that the chief imam of Liberia, Imam Klai, that's his name, right, Bogai?
Ali Cry.
Yeah, Imam Ali Klai. Is it Klai or Krai?
Cry.
It's Krayee, right?
Yeah, Cry.
Yeah, Imam Ali Kwai. They had a program organized by the mayor of Monrovia to celebrate the close of Ramadan,
Mm-hmm.
and Imam Krai again reiterated a call for a national holiday for Muslims. At least over the last few years, the Islamic community has been sounding this call that they want a national holiday. They've been knowing that. So let me tell you the thing about this. Liberia is a majority Christian country, but by law, Liberia is not a Christian state, but it is a majority Christian country. Historically, Liberia was founded on Christian principles, but some of its citizens are Muslims. That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many Liberians who believe that we should not dedicate any day on a calendar for Muslims. Many Liberians believe that. If you ask them why, they said they just don't want that. Does it hurt a Christian person that we give one day, maybe Abraham's Day? Abraham Day is the most important holiday, is the most important thing for holiday or most important event for Muslims in the year, right, Bokai?
Mm-hmm.
Abraham Day or the close of Ramadan? Which
Close
one?
of Ramadan.
Okay, the close of Ramadan. Thank you. So it's a very tricky issue. One of the reasons why politicians don't push this is because they're afraid of the political backlash that they might get from the majority Christian community. Some of them who think that there are a lot of Christians who will get angry if they did it. You know, I'm reminded of President Abraham Lincoln. I believe this was in 1863 or 1862, when Lincoln decided to drive through the United States Congress at the time, the 13th Amendment, to abolish slavery in America for good. It was a very risky thing for Lincoln to do. Even his wife did not support it. But Lincoln took the risk. He believed it was the right thing to do, even though it was unpopular.
Mm.
But he did it. Somebody's asking why there's a Christian holiday in Liberia. Yes, there are many Christian holidays in Liberia. Fast and Prayer Day is a Christian holiday. Christmas Day is a Christian holiday. I could go on and name several more. There are several Christian holidays, plenty of them. So I know there are some politicians who are open to the idea of supporting a Muslim holiday or an Islamic holiday, at least one day in a year.
Mm.
Guess what? They're afraid.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you see many politicians will never raise this. In fact, just me talking about it, some people would be like, "No, we don't want that. Costa, don't say that." It's the way it is. Politicians tend to be afraid of losing support, and sometimes they might not do the right thing or something that's fair and just because they are afraid of the people. Somebody's asking, yeah, do we have a Christian holiday in any Muslim country? It's true. Look at these neighboring countries. In Guinea, for example, Guinea is a predominant Muslim country.
Muslim.
Over 70% of Guineans are Muslims. But Christmas Day is a national holiday in Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Day. Sierra Leone is
Yeah.
a majority Muslim country. Christmas Day is a national holiday in Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm.
So there are several other things. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this up just so you know. So there are a lot of people But somebody will ask me, where do you stand, Costa? What is your view? Yeah, you're talking about other people's views, but where's your views? Where's your view? Do you support one day in a year set aside for hundreds of thousands of Liberians who are Muslims? I will say to that person, does it hurt me? Would it take bread from my table? Would I lose anything that Muslims should have one holiday, one day? Is it gonna make me less Christian? Am I gonna lose anything at all? And the answer is no. I will not lose anything at all. You're right. Guinea, Sierra Leone, the Ivory Coast, Senegal, all those countries are majority Muslim countries.
Yeah.
But they celebrate, they have Christmas Day is a national holiday. That's true. So I ask myself, well, will I lose anything if Muslims had one day set aside for them? I wouldn't lose any. I think we should cancel J.J. Roberts' birthday, cancel William V.S. Tubman's birthday. Ghana has a Muslim holiday. Abraham Day is a holiday in Ghana. In Ghana. So you got November 29, which is a useless holiday while we commemorating Tubman's birthday. You have March 15, Joseph J.J. Roberts' birthday. We should cancel that. I believe we should cancel. No president should be celebrated in Liberia until the day we've had a damn good president.
No, for me, Costa, I don't believe that. I think we should have a specific day for for all of them.
That's your belief. When you look at how backward this country is in 174 years, and all the jokers who have been president, there should be no day to celebrate a president until the day we've had a damn good one. Look, let me tell you something. Why the hell should we be celebrating Tubman? 27 years, the best economy we had with no development to go to match it. We shouldn't be celebrating any. I think we should scrap their the holiday set aside for those presidents and instead celebrate the people. That's what we should do. Celebrate the Liberian people. So we shouldn't be celebrating any damn president. I don't think we should even celebrate Willie Tubman's birthday until the day we've had one damn good president. Then we can have a holiday called President's Day. Okay. But for the time being, get out of here. Why are we celebrating Willie Tubman's birthday? I mean, William V.S. Tubman's birthday. Why are we celebrating? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't be doing that. But just to finish up on that point, okay. So my position on this call by Muslims, and we cannot keep ignoring it, folks. We have to discuss it. Whether we like it or not, Muslims are in Liberia to stay. And there's this belief that some people, that Muslims are only Mandingo people. That is not correct. Muslims are not only they are not only from the Mandingo tribe. We've got Vai people who are Muslims. We've got Mende people who are Muslims. We've got Gola people, Bandi people who are Muslims. So it's not just the Mandingo people who are Muslims. So when you think of Muslims, do not think of just Mandingo people. There are lots of other Liberians who are Muslims. Mandingos, Vai, Mende. I mean, even the Loma people are Muslims.
Yeah.
So, there are lots of tribes. So these people are Liberian. They are Liberian. Now, I'm using the adjective to describe them. That's why I didn't put the S. They are Liberian. So I'm telling you, I'm saying to you folks, I don't feel it will hurt me. I don't feel it will take anything away from me if we were to set one day aside to say, young Muslim people, our brothers and sisters, they there for y'all. It will not hurt me. I think it will further enhance harmony in the country.
Mm.
I think it would make Muslim people feel that they are more like that they are equally Liberian,
Mm-hmm.
like the rest of us. Because I hear a lot of Muslims complain about this. We live in this country, we don't have any holiday, nobody says anything, nobody celebrates us. Yes, that's true. There are some Pele people who are Muslims. That's true. It depends which part of Liberia they are from. Yes, but there are some Pele people. So I know, Baka, how do you feel? You are a Muslim and you are on this show. And one of the beauties here is that you're a Muslim. I'm a Christian. You've been
Mm-hmm.
working with me for how many years now, Baka?
7.5 years.
Baka has been working. How many Muslims did I have work for me? You, Joseph Soko Kone, and
Yeah.
who else?
Yeah, I think Joseph and I.
Okay, you and Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Now, has the issue of your religion ever been a problem one day while we've been working together?
Absolutely not.
It's never been an issue. We never discuss it.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever felt different working with the rest of the other people? Because we had like 20, we had 25
22.
employees, 22 employees,
20.
right?
Yeah.
Before we had shut the radio station down. All
Yeah.
those years. There's never been a problem. Now, how do you
There have
feel?
never been a problem. There have never been a problem, and we have been religiously tolerant to each other. When it comes to the Christians holiday, we all go and celebrate it. When it comes to we the Muslims, everybody come together and celebrate it, and then we've been totally united since we came together. Voice FM, Roost FM, Shaita, going forward, it been good, absolutely good. No
Thank
bad feelings. Nobody
But
talk about religions and whatsoever. We just stick to our game.
yeah, let me ask you a question, brother. And of course, with us, you have a holiday. Whenever Abraham Day or the end of Ramadan, we all know that you and Joseph, you guys will not come to work,
Sure.
and we understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's never been a problem about that. But let me ask you, Baka.
Mm.
Oh, okay. They say Imam Krai is a crime man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Imam
Mm-hmm.
Krai. Okay. Somebody just said that crime.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, a crime Muslim man. There you go. But let me ask you, Baka, where do you stand personally on this issue? And why? And if you support the call for the establishment of a Muslim holiday, why do you feel there's a need to do that? As a Muslim, give us your perspective as a Muslim, Baka.
Yeah, for me, I think there is a need because Liberia is not, a specific religion country. We have diverse religions in the country, and I think we Muslims need a holiday, but we should be specific on which one of the day that we want, because at the end of Ramadan there is a conflict in between. So I think we should select the Abraham Day to be the holiday for us, and the end of Ramadan, at times we end at 29 days. At times, like this year, we ended 30 days. So there's no specific day set aside for the end of Ramadan. So I would think that the Abraham Day should be selected as holiday, because Muslims in Liberia also deserve a holiday, at least just a day. That would be prudent. It will not take away anything from our Christians, brother, but it just making us being part of society. That's just it.
I like that. Now, Baka, there's
Mhm.
also an issue, and I like to be fair. people complain that our Muslim brothers and sisters or Muslim families don't allow their daughters to marry to. No, it is true. You see, this is
Sure.
you see, Buckeye, why I push for religious tolerance, a holiday for Muslims, but there's also an issue which many non-Muslim Liberians hold against Muslim Liberians. The issue is that you ain't like for us to marry your daughters and your sisters, but you can marry to. I know many Muslim men who are married to Christian women. You know that, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
But you can hardly find a Muslim woman married to a Christian man. Why is that, Baka? Now, a lot of people say, oh, okay, well, but there are lots of Muslims who are married to Christian women. And oftentimes they will either convert that woman or they will not convert the woman. The woman would remain a Christian. I know my late mother, her husband was a Muslim man. Siaka Z. But my mother didn't convert. He didn't even force her to convert. So why is that, Baka? Is it a religious thing or is it a traditional thing? Why is it that Muslims don't like for non-Muslims to marry to their daughters, but the Muslim men can marry to Christian women? Why, Baka? I want to know that.
Costa, in our religion, the Muslims, converting a person to Islam is like you have won for yourself a great favor from the Almighty Allah.
Mhm.
Yep, you have won a great favor. So we fight to convert. I fight to convert even my friend, not only my girlfriend or my wife or any other Christians, just by changing somebody's mind to join the Islamic religion is a plus for you in heaven. So that's why we are not easily or the Muslim women, for them just to marry a Christian this time for now is really happening because there have been some changes. Our mind have been changed a little bit, but previously it never used to happen.
Baka, let's be
Yeah.
fair. I don't know many Muslim women who are married to Christian men. I don't.
No, now it's happening now. It's happening now, Costas. But they will just say that, oh, if we get married, I will be, going to the mosque. Why are you going to the church?
So wait. So the thing is, so it's a religious thing and it is not a traditional thing. For example, a lot of people complain that, for example, you can marry a Mandingo girl. I mean, to marry a Mandingo girl who is Muslim, I mean, is it a religious thing or is it a traditional thing for the Mandingo people? You are from the Mandingo tribe, right, Waka?
Yeah, Mandingo.
Good. You see, I used to confuse you for being Bandi or something like that. But
no,
Waka,
I am. My dad is Mandingo. My mom is Bandi, and our name after my mom parents. So that's why I'm carrying the Bandi name.
oh,
Yeah.
that's why you get a Bandi name.
Yeah.
Good. So, I mean, we're one beautiful country, But that is an issue a lot of people raise. I see our big sister Aliyah Kamara Delani said, "I'm a born Muslim, but got married to a Christian with my parents and family blessing, converted to Christianity." Well, big sister, you were lucky. A lot of yes, sisters have not been so lucky, but I think there are certain things we should have a conversation about. You know what I mean? As a people, we should have a conversation about it, and we can come to some kind of conclusion, some kind of But we should have a conversation about it, So, Buckeye,
Yeah.
I know you're in a relationship. Your current significant other. American man is significant other. They ain't want to say girlfriend. They always have to find a fine way to say something, right? When you say girlfriend, is it or your boyfriend? So your current significant other, is she a Muslim or a Christian?
Christian.
You see that? So your girlfriend is a Christian, and
Mhm.
there's no problem between you guys, right? I think it is that there's no problem, right?
There's no problem.
Have you tried to convert her, or you don't have a problem that she's a Christian?
We are on the process of converting small, bit by bit. I need to change her.
You better lead again. All right, this is interesting. Having a conversation like this, but it's the beauty, freedom of choice to affiliate, religious freedom and religious tolerance. It's good for the society. It promotes harmony and unity, and in a society. That's very, very good. Wow, that's very good. And the Quran, the Holy Quran, I'm told, says that there are there are three groups of people that you Muslims can marry from. You say you can marry, of course, preferably a Muslim. You can marry a Jew, and you can marry a Christian, right? Isn't that what the Holy Quran says? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So you see, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, they're three close religions, very close. In fact, the three closest religions. We are one people, folks. We are one people. Speaking of that, this thing in Israel, in Palestine, okay, I haven't quite followed it closely, but it is very disturbing, extremely disturbing. There are many people who support Israel blindly. Whatever happens, Israel, we all know Israel has been under attack by lots of enemies from within the region, the Middle East. But sometimes the heavy-handedness, the way Israel behaves, is just, right now the Biden administration is under tremendous pressure to condemn Israel for all the rockets that it is raining down upon the people of Palestine. And lots of people have been killed, and it's just sad. The violence is just mind-boggling. It's disturbing, and I'm not gonna. You see, it's not a black or white situation. You can't just say I'm on the side of Israel or I'm on the side of the Palestinians. I support the security of the Israeli people as well as the security of the Palestinian people. I support the right of the Israeli people to live in peace. I support the people of Israel, the people of Palestine, to have peace as well. I support their children to be in peace. Of course, it's not a religious war. Nobody should tell you what's happening between Israel and Palestine is a religious war. It is not. But I think the people of Palestine are the victims here. It is true that there are some elements within Palestine, terrorists who stage terrorist attacks from
Hamas. That's Hamas.
The likes of Hamas, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They stage these attacks against the Israelis, and it is not right. It is not right. And they target Israelis and they kill them or they maim them. But I think the heavy-handedness, okay? There's so many innocent Palestinians who are not members of any terrorist organization that become the collateral damage. They get killed in this war. Like, what's happening now, Bwakai? It is extremely disturbing. Extremely disturbing. So if you ask me, I will tell you, I feel very sorry for the people of Palestine. I pray that one day Israel and Palestine can live side by side. I respect and accept the right of the Palestinians to have peace, the right of the Israelis to not have to always defend themselves against terrorist elements from Palestine and other places. Imagine, and Hamas, they're firing all the rockets into Israel.
Yeah, Costa. The issue there in the Middle East is that Hamas is the one doing the attacking
against
Hamas
Israel.
To Israel, and Israel is well equipped that they have their air defense system to protect some of these rockets from landing in Israel. So now, if Israel want to attack they will go straight to Palestine, and Hamas is within Palestine, so you don't know where their rocket will be going. So that's the problem that the entire place is facing.
So innocent Palestinians
Yeah.
are being killed.
Mhm.
When Israelis respond or retaliate, so then Hamas needs to stop attacking Israel, because
That's
every
it.
time they attack Israel, it is innocent Palestinians that suffer,
Mhm.
because Hamas does not have the capacity to fight Israel. Nobody in that region can fight Israel.
Sure.
They've tried it many times. Like, you're fighting a more powerful, far more powerful enemy. Every time you strike, when they strike you back, you suffer the most. So if
And you know,
Hamas
Costa, they will launch almost like 300 rockets a day. I can say probably only one or just one or two will land
will be
in Israel.
successful,
Yes.
only
I
one or
just
two
say,
will.
mm-hmm.
Israel has the capacity to launch, to do surgical strategic strikes that will hit targets.
Mm.
The Palestinians don't have the capacity to deflect Israeli rockets or Israeli bombs.
Yeah.
You know, so Hamas needs to stop. You're sending rockets into parts of Israel where civilians live. And you know, they just need us. Because you can't fight Israel. Every time you
Absolutely.
launch rockets into Israel, when the Israelis retaliate, more innocent, peaceful Palestinians lose their lives. They need to stop. And the people of Palestine need to also rise against Hamas. Because,
But they are, it's,
but when Hamas
it's
is
difficult.
helping you,
It's Costa. It's difficult for Hamas to be, you know, taken out of the Palestine, because they have built themselves in that country.
I understand.
This your H14.
I understand. But this latest attack, this latest trouble was started by Hamas. Israel did not begin this thing.
Yeah.
It was Hamas
Yeah.
that started it.
Sure.
Hamas launched some missiles into Israel, attacked civilian Israeli territories, and the Israelis are simply responding. But then the heavy-handedness of the Israeli response is what I have a problem with, okay? Because a lot of innocent, peaceful Palestinians lose their lives in the process. I think the Israelis, of course, they have the best, one of the best military organizations in the world. They have, in fact, the Mossad. They're one of the best. They're one of the best intelligence organizations in the world. You know, just there after the CIA and all. So I think they need to do something, because it's very, 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 very sad. Very, very sad. All right, folks. Now let's move on to something else here. Our president, former president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. You know, when Buhari came to power, Muhammadu Buhari. When Muhammadu Buhari came to power, I used to like Buhari. I mustn't lie. But because Buhari is, even though he is, Buhari is one of the people who is just, he doesn't fit. He's out of time. Buhari is too damn old school. Buhari does not really understand the real how to. Buhari doesn't have any real competence, period. The last time Buhari was leader of Nigeria was when there was a coup, and he came to power through a coup d'etat. And I say this to you. Muhammadu Buhari, the only reason I supported Buhari was because of his integrity. The man, you know, is incorruptible. All the years he spent as military leader, he left there without any money when he could have stolen. And he came to power, he started fighting corruption and stuff. But Buhari, Nigeria, the Nigerian economy has suffered under Buhari. The man is sickly, he is lazy, and he has no fresh ideas. I mean, I'll be the first to criticize somebody that I like.
You really supported Buhari.
I wanted Buhari to be president. But Buhari is old school. Buhari is not able to run Nigeria. That is a fact. Now, Buhari fired somebody, the head of the National Port Authority. Now, listen, folks, how our former president is involved. It's reported in the Nigerian media. I have here Sahara reporters carried a story. May 15, Friday. Buhari fired, he suspended actually the NPA managing director. And Ellen Johnson Sirleaf got mad and took to Twitter to condemn the suspension of the MD of the NPA. Listen to this. And she was suspended for corruption. I'm going to read this story. Listen to this. Nigerians attack ex-Liberian president on Twitter for supporting suspended NPA MD. Hadiza Usman. President Muhammadu Buhari had on May the 5th approved Bala Osman's suspension after a reported Cold War between her and Rotimi Amechi, Minister of Transportation. Nigerians on social media have lambasted former President of Liberia, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, for condemning the suspension of Hadiza Bala Osman as managing director of the Nigerian Ports Authority. President Muhammadu Buhari on May the 5th approved Bala Osman's suspension after a reported Cold War between her and Rotimi Amechi, Minister of Transportation. She was accused of failing to remit the operating surplus of NPA to the Consolidated Revenue Fund. So this managing director, now suspended managing director of the Nigerian Ports Authority, who you would say is the counterpart of Bill Traore, aka the elephant. She has surplus money from the port budget. According to their law, she is supposed to remit those funds to the national government account, the federal government account, which is called the Consolidated Revenue Fund. The same thing we have in Liberia called a consolidated account. But she did not send the money. She did not remit the money. She did not send the money to the federal fund. She did not do that. Something she should have done, she didn't do, according to a report against her. Amici, the Minister of Transportation, had inaugurated an 11-member investigative panel to probe NPA overall contracts awarded since 2016 when she became managing director. So they set up a team of 11 members to look into every transaction she did, particularly contracts awarded since she became managing director of the Nigerian Ports Authority in 2016. That's what I did, Waka. So Ellen didn't take kindly to that. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she go sign a debt contract with APN Terminal that was suffering from today. She go pull her muff in the Nigerian people business. Why APN Terminal get on here in Liberia? You see the woman, the team made Nigerians so angry they started cussing the woman. The way they cuss Ellen on social media, we will read some of the comments here, and we'll read Ellen's tweet. She go on Twitter to go defend her friend. The woman is so damn corrupt. The damn witch is so damn corrupt. You know, every time people can tell me, oh, you know, Costa, you know, and leave Ellen alone, you know, because, you know, they want more, yeah. I know a lot of people tell me that, right? But what you want me to say when Ellen does something like that now? To condemn the Nigerian government for suspending somebody who has been found to be corrupt. Instead of condemning Hadiza Usman, her friend, she is instead condemning the decision of President Buhari for suspending a corrupt woman. I mean, boy, guy. I mean, this is just sickening.
Sure.
Listen. However, Salif, I'm reading further in this Nigerian newspaper. Salif, in a tweet on Saturday, said Bala Usman's suspension disheartened her. She said the suspension made her feel bad. What? The suspension made her feel bad. Are you kidding me? They suspended a corrupt woman. What guy?
Yeah.
Bala Usman, the managing director of the Nigerian Port Authority, was investigated by an 11-member panel constituted by the Nigerian Minister of Transportation on the instruction or at the directive of the Nigerian president. They found that this woman awarded contracts under shady circumstances, refused to remit surplus money from the Nigerian Ports Authority to the Nigerian Federal, to the consolidated revenue account of the Nigerian government, the federal government. And then what Ellen go say, I feel very bad for them to suspend a woman. I mean, can you imagine, Bwakai? This woman's the balls on this woman, the audacity, the insensitivity to be defending somebody who is clearly corrupt. So this is Ellen's post on Facebook. Listen. Let me read her post that she tweeted on her tweet, rather. She put out there on her Twitter page. You can find it. Let me read verbatim, word for word. Listen. Quote, I am disheartened to hear about the suspension of Nigerian Ports Authority MD Hadiza Bala Usman, who I have known to be an accomplished leader and dedicated public servant. I urge adherence to the rule of law and fair and equal treatment as the situation evolves. My people, do you hear Ellen talking about the rule of law? She's asking the Nigerians to be fair. Were you fair when your damn son Rob Salif bankrupted our NorCal? And you got up and you said you were taking responsibility as if that absolved Rob of his criminality? When your son converted and diverted the $10 million provided by Chevron under their corporate social responsibility platform for projects, social impact projects in Liberia, to his private foundation, the Rob Salif Foundation, $10 million. Ellen Johnson Salif, how dare you open your mouth in the Nigerian people's business talking about you are disheartened? Now your damn business. You got any fish to fry in that damn oil? Talking about you are disheartened that they've suspended the Nigerian ports managing director after the woman has been found to have been engaged. She's been found wanting. And you open your mouth, you say you feeling bad that they suspended her. Now, Baka, they didn't even fire the woman. They simply suspended her until she's investigated. Listen, so let's read some of the tweets from Nigerians here.
Oh, I'm reading it. There are so much.
Oh man, the tweets are nasty.
Nasty.
They reply to Ellen. One guy wrote here called Jackson Udi. He said, please respect yourself and mind your business. Don't let us drag you on this lane and expose you and expose how you use your sons to loot Liberia. Read some more, Waka. You've got them there. Read it. Read them. The people drag Ellen.
Mhm.
Yeah, drag them all over the place. Read some of the tweets.
Yeah, one Dalenti said, "You never care to wait for the outcome of the panel. What if she's corrupt and you are still backing her without in-depth knowledge?"
Go ahead.
That's one. Mhm. Somebody here said, "Hello, ma'am. I'm trying to understand this your tweet. Honestly, for from Liberia to the MPA MD, I'm coming. Let me go back again. You don't have the audacity to question the suspension of a Nigerian public official, but have not questioned the maltreatment of the port workers of the MPA terminal in Liberia."
Hmm? Go on, go
Yeah.
on. Oh man, the
Uh,
Nigerian
mhm. It said, "Please respect yourself and mind your business. Don't
yeah,
let
that's the one I already read.
Yeah,
But
that's what you read.
yeah, but thank you, Buckeye. So Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, is this woman delusional? Does she think that people don't know that she was damn corrupt? That the whole world doesn't know? The whole world knows that. They only tolerated her because she spent millions of dollars on lobbyists. And so they said to her, mind your damn business.
Mm-hmm.
You start out in Liberia, you allow your sons to loot the country, particularly Rob Sirleaf. And you dare come to Nigeria to put your muff in our business and tell us how to run our country? I mean, it's a shame, Buckeye.
Totally.
And I really enjoy the way the Nigerian cuss the woman on Twitter, social media. Oh, I enjoy the way the devil. Too bad. Too bad. You know, I want to say something here before we go to the phone lines. Yesterday, I was at a social event celebrating Sister Anna Hart's birthday. The day before yesterday, I was at another event celebrating, Friday and Saturday, those 2 days, celebrating Christine Mako's birthday, 50th birthday. There were a lot of people there and just chit chatting. Over the last several weeks, particularly over the last, I just want to share this with you folks. This is important. Over the last several weeks, particularly, every time I get to be with Liberians, especially ones that I'm seeing for the first time or after a while, they ask me questions about the country, about the opposition, the CPP. The majority of Liberians that I meet and interact with are very, very supportive of the CPP. The whole idea of the collaboration is something that is highly supported by Liberians. But many of them are very disturbed, Brian, about the trend, this escalating trend within the CPP, particularly between Alex Cummings supporters and Joe Buckeye's supporters. The way they're going at it, going at one another, the ruthless infighting, it is just nasty, nasty, nasty. Joe Buckeye donates a ferry. ANC people become the most irritated. They become the most vocal people against the ferry. ANC people say all kinds of horrible, mean things about Buckeye. Buckeye's people in retaliation say all kinds of mean, horrible things about Cummings, and it wouldn't stop. And so everywhere I've gone, people have been saying it. And they say, "Oh, Costa, what can you all do to stop this?" I say, "I have no power to stop anything. No power at all. But it is sad." I agree with these people who are concerned about this. The Buckeye supporters and the Cummings supporters, they need to stop. I think Mr. Cummings and Mr. Buckeye need to speak publicly to their supporters. They need to speak publicly to their supporters and tell them to stop what they're doing. Stop attacking one another. This is my appeal. Everywhere I've gone, people have been telling me this. Leave, Mr. Can you talk to our people to leave these people to stop fighting? And to be fair, it's not just Cummings people who are attacking. The Baka people are attacking also and they will tell you they are doing so because they feel that they have been attacked by the Cummings people. And a lot of people are saying, people tell me a whole lot of things. You need to talk to these people. Can these people form a ticket? Can Baka and Cummings just form a ticket and save us all this fighting? Can the two of them just decide to go as one ticket? And what I often tell them is, Cummings says he cannot be VP to anybody. And of course, Baka will not be VP to Cummings. So we are forced to deal with this situation where we have to go for a primary, for a convention. And the convention will not be held until next year, Baka.
So we have a long way to go.
We have a long time to go. These people will still be fighting one another. So, Mr. Cummings and Mr. Baka, you need to talk to your people publicly. Because this infighting here, you will fight so much that when we go to the convention and one person wins, how do you find, how would the other, now, Cummings say he will not leave if he loses. Baka say he will not leave. If he hasn't spoken to that, but I'm sure Baka will say the same thing. But then, here's what's going to happen, Baka. One person will win. One person will win. Now, that one person that will win, what happens to the other person? After you've attacked one another like this, how can you then work together? Baka? How can you then work together? When you've attacked one another in this, you've heard all these victorials at one another over months and months and months, because it's going to be many months. The convention will be held next year.
Yeah, but
make it so difficult to reconcile after the convention is held, to work together. There will be so much toxicity, so much bitterness, that it's going to be difficult to rally around to work together. And I know some of you people will say, oh yeah, Costa, you were part of this thing. And no, if I were a part of the attacks, a different thing you're talking about, you're probably looking for a way to divide, to split the CPP. If Henry Costa were to attack anybody in the CPP, then you're looking for a way to go somewhere. Because my own, it's not easy. I don't do it halfway. I don't do it in a lukewarm way. When I read it, if I read the attack, that small thing, I can make whole government be crying all over the place. Then opposition are weak. The other one will be, you'll say I attack. I don't attack Mr. Cummings. I have publicly disagreed with Cummings many times. If you see that as an attack, then well, it's unfortunate. But that's not what it is. I respect Ellis Cummings' right to want to be president. I respect his right. And I would defend his right any day to want to be president. But I don't support his desire to want to be president. I don't support it. I respect his right to want to be president. But I don't support his desire to want to be president. I don't. If that's what you call an attack, then you got to go and check your heads, because that is not an attack. I don't support Ellis Cummings for president. Simple. But if Ellis Cummings becomes the standard bearer of the CPP, I will support Ellis Cummings. I've said this many times, but some of you just don't get it. I do not support Ellis Cummings to become the standard bearer of CPP. I do not. I do not support him. But if he becomes the standard bearer of the CPP, I will support Ellis Cummings. I'm just simple. That is not an attack. I don't support your guy. Period. I don't feel his vibe. I don't connect with him. It is my right. But I will not attack Cummings. Let me say this. I will not attack Ellis Cummings. I have not attacked Cummings. I have criticized him before. And if the need arises in the future, I will criticize him again. But I, Henry Pedro Costa, would not panic or throw tantrums or worry if Cummings were to become standard bearer of the CPP. I would not do any of those things. I would not feel horrible. I would not feel like the world is coming to an end any day. If I had to choose between Alice Cummings and George Weah for the presidency, I would gladly, without doubt, without any hesitation, I would pick Cummings over George Weah. Absolutely over any day. I would pick Ellis Cummings over George Weah absolutely any day. If we go to the, when we go, not if, when we go to the convention and Cummings manages to secure the nomination as the standard bearer of the CPP. But I want to go on a record and say this because somebody when I hear this again, because I've always said this. If Cummings manages and becomes the standard bearer of the CPP at the convention, I, Henry Pedro Costa, will not only stop short, will not only congratulate Mr. Cummings on his win, but I would also go all out and support Ellis Cummings for the presidency. Because a Cummings presidency would be significantly, disproportionately better than a George Weah presidency, which we now experience. So, but for me, it's just a matter of choice. Why I don't feel that, I don't question Mr. Cummings' capacity to be president. I don't think Ellis Cummings is an incompetent person. Clearly not. He wouldn't have amounted to where he amounted in corporate America if he was incompetent. Somebody said they don't believe me. That is a damn business. Stupid fool. I tell you how I feel. He said they don't believe me. Now your damn business. He said the same thing that stupid people do. I'm telling you what I feel and what I would do. And he said, I don't believe you. That is your business. That is your damn business. You're not my ma or my pa for me to go swear an oath to support your candidate. This is what you do rather than trying to support and promote your candidate. You come here, you start attacking people who don't support him. So the thing is this. I do not support Cummings to be the head of CPP, but I will not attack Ellis Cummings. If Ellis Cummings becomes the standard bearer of the CPP, I will support Ellis Cummings. I will support him. I will support him 100%. But I don't owe you ANC people any explanation. You ain't do a damn thing for me to owe you any support. I don't support Cummings, but Cummings is not my enemy. If Cummings wins, I will support Cummings. But I will not be part of the people that will get him to win. I will not help Ellis Cummings to win the standard bearership of the CPP. I will not help him. Our Secretary General join Cummings. I have no problem with that. If Cummings becomes the standard bearer, I will be his voice right here on this platform. I will support him all the way. But I will not support him. Some of you want me to explain. I will not explain, because when I start explaining, you will not like it. So I will not explain. All of you Cummings supporters, I tell you this. You cannot win people by trying to bully them into supporting you. You cannot do that. Let me tell you a story. Many of my people, particularly Unity Party supporters of mine, or people who support Boakai, they got angry when Mobile Yogba chose to support Alex Cummings. He said, but Yogba sort of be with us. Yogba sort of be with Joe Buckeye. Nobody is supposed to be with you. Buckeye.
Yeah.
This is politics.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is supposed to be with you. You have to go to them and try to win them over.
Yeah.
Nobody is supposed to be with you. So, is it anything with me? Just because I'm in one camp does not mean Boaga has to be in that camp. And George Ware, who works for me, has to be in that camp. Anthony Henry Costa David, who works for me, has to be in that camp. Emmanuel Weir, who is the head of my operations right now. Which party is he in, Boaga?
AMC.
Thank you. My head of operations in Liberia, Emmanuel Weir, is ANC, an open, avowed ANC supporter. Do we have a problem because of that, Boakai? No.
Nope.
Boakai is not a member of any party, right?
Nope.
Have I ever compelled you to support my party, ALP, one day?
Nope.
When the 2017 elections came, did I ask any of my 20-something employees to support my party?
Nope.
I did not ask any of you to support my party. Now, many of you supported my party because of me, but I did not ask any of my people or force my people to support Ben and Yuri. You don't have to support my candidate because you work for me or because you're close to me. So many UP people got angry. Oh, Mobile Yogba supposed to support Boakai. I said, but wait now. He's not compelled to support Joseph Boakai. It is his right to join any party that he wishes to join. In the ANC, in the COP, we are not a political party. If somebody wishes to join a political party, it is that person's right to do so. And it would be highly hypocritical of me and unfair and unjust to say that Mobile Yogba should not join a party of his choice because he is the SG of the COP. However, we have rules in the COP. All our executives are not officials of political parties. That is the rule. We are members, some of our executives in the COP are members of political parties, not all of them. But those of us who are members of political parties are not officials within those parties, or we do not hold any position within those parties, of which we are members. So, for example, take me for example. I'm just a floor member in the ALP. I do not attend ALP party meetings or leadership meetings. I don't. When Mo Ali wanted to contest for the position of Secretary General of the Unity Party, what did we do, Boakai? We asked Mo Ali. We didn't even have to ask Mo Ali.
Yeah.
Mo Ali, on his own volition, knew that it just was not tenable to have him continuing to occupy the position as Secretary General of the COP and at the same time running for, and if he had won, to become Secretary General of the United Party. Mo Ali gladly stepped aside, and Mo Ali and I recruited Mobile Yogba to become Secretary General of the COP. We brought Mr. Yogba to the COP, and the COP accepted Mobile Yogba. I made the case for Mobile Yogba. I made the case. So the point is, just because you support Alex Cummings does not mean everybody should support Cummings. Just because you support Joe Boakai does not mean everybody should support Joe Boakai. People have the right. And don't try to tell anybody, oh, Acosta, the one thing I hate, When people tell me, say, Costa, why are you supporting Boakai? You of all people, I hate that nonsense. Or for somebody to say to me, Costa, why are you supporting Ellis Cummings? No, don't say that to anybody. So the people who come to me and are angry that Yogba supports Cummings, I'm sorry, but I don't share your sentiments. I'm sorry. I do not share your sentiments about Yogba's decision to support Cummings. Even though I don't support Cummings, but it is Yogba's right. But back to the issue. I do not support Ellis Cummings to become standard bearer of the CPP. And I want all of my people to know that. I do not support Ellis Cummings to become standard bearer of the CPP. I want all of my supporters to know that. But at the same time, I will not attack Ellis Cummings. I will not attack his party. At the same time, I'm calling on Joe Boakai and Ellis Cummings to speak to their supporters to stop this senseless attack or these senseless attacks. It only serves the interest of CDC. It does not serve the best interest of the CPP. Ellis Cummings is a fine gentleman. He's well accomplished, one of the most accomplished Liberians alive. He has done so much good for himself. I respect him. I admired him for that. But politically, I do not support Ellis Cummings. And I want all of my people to know that. The COP will not be endorsing a candidate until after the CPP has had their convention. Let me repeat. The COP will not be endorsing a candidate for president until after the CPP has had their convention. After they've had their convention, then the COP will endorse whoever becomes. Somebody say I should give you my reasons. I will not tell you my reasons. I will not tell you my reasons for not supporting Cummings because it might cause trouble, and I don't want trouble. A lot of people might misunderstand it. I don't want trouble. You see, I don't want trouble. But I just don't support Ellis Cummings, and I believe I have damn good reasons for not supporting Ellis Cummings for the standard bearership. But if he becomes the standard bearer, then I will support him. Somebody says, because I don't like Cummings, that's not the case. I am Henry Costa. I am too sophisticated to make my decision on who to support for president based on my personal sentiments or what I like the president or not. The regular Joe Blows are the one who can say, I support you because I like you. I don't do that. So Cummings is not a bad man at all. Cummings, if he were to become president of Liberia, I'm sure he would make a better president, far better president than George Weah. But he's just not my choice. And it is my right. He's just not my choice. I don't have anything against Ellis Cummings. As far as I'm concerned, Ellis Cummings has done absolutely nothing to me. I don't think Ellis Cummings hates me. I don't think Ellis Cummings has done anything to me, but I just don't support Ellis Cummings for president. But if he becomes the head of the CPP, I will support him. I'm saying this repeatedly so you all can understand where I'm coming from. If Cummings were to become president of Liberia, I am sure as hell that Cummings would make a far better president than this idiot we have in the mansion. Far better president. But he's just not my guy. And that's the truth. That's just the truth. And the CPP, the COP that I'm chairman of, will not endorse Cummings nor Boakai before the primary. We will only endorse the standard bearer of CPP, not a candidate for standard bearer. Let me repeat. The COP that I'm chairman of will not endorse Boakai nor Cummings for standard bearer. The COP will only endorse the standard bearer. And there's a reason why. The reason is simple. The reason is absolutely simple. We want to hold our COP together. If we were to endorse a candidate for standard bearer now, let's say we were to pick Cummings over Boakai or Boakai over Cummings. All the Cummings supporters in the COP, many of them who are due paying members, they will get angry. It could cause trouble in our ranks. If we were to endorse Cummings over Boakai, all the Boakai supporters in the COP would get angry because we have many Boakai supporters and we have many Cummings supporters too. So we've decided we will not support Boakai for standard bearer. We will not support Cummings for standard bearer. But whoever comes out of the convention as the standard bearer, the COP will then rally around that person. That's what we decided to do. That is what we decided to do. Because we have an organization which comprises people from various parties and people who are not from any parties. So I hope, before we go to the phone lines, I hope I have made myself sufficiently clear here on this matter. I have absolutely nothing against Mr. Alex Cummings. Nothing. I think Alex Cummings is a good man, but I just don't support him for president. But if he becomes the standard bearer, I will support him because Alex Cummings enjoy we are there night and day. You see that? I see my man Solomon Fania asking me why Alex Cummings, why only because why not Uri and Yombly? As far as I'm concerned, Yombly not running. And even if Yombly wanted to run to be Yombly not running. That's just it. Let's just leave it there. Yombly is not running to be standard bearer. And I'm sure Yombly knows why she's not running. And I think it's a good reason she has for not running.
What's up with Yuri?
Yeah, Yuri not running either. And Yuri knows his reasons why he's not running. Look, people need to be realistic. That's all. Okay? You ask yourself, can I win? Do I have a chance? You gotta ask yourself, examine yourself. Can I be president now? No, you can't. So just be realistic. Like, for example, there are a lot of people who tell me, Costa, I think you should run for president in 2023. As much as I respect that and I admire that, and it warms my heart, but hey, I know that as it is right now, I'm not in a position to run for president. I understand that, and I accept that. So the two people we got that are running for the standard bearership, that Cummings and Boakai. Those are the two people we have to choose from. Yuri is not running. Yombly is not running. And they have very damn good reasons for not running Boakai. So I hope I have made my position very clear. I have nothing against Alex Cummings. But of course, the Cummings people will not accept it. Me and Cummings, we're not friends. We're not enemies. But you can be, you and somebody can, may not be friends and at the same time may not also be enemies.
Yeah.
We're not enemies and we're not friends. That's it. There is nothing between us, good or bad. Nothing. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but that's just who I am. I tell you how I feel. And sometimes it's difficult for people to hear that. I know one of the reasons why people are angry with me is because they feel that Henry Costa's voice carries so much weight in Liberian politics today that if he says he's not supporting your candidate, automatically that means he's against your candidate. Automatically, it's bad for your candidate. Therefore, Henry Costa is our enemy. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I am not your enemy. I am not your enemy. Why I may not support your candidate for president or your political leader, but that does not make Mr. Cummings my enemy. That does not mean I don't think that Cummings is capable. My issue for not supporting Cummings is not because I think he's not capable of being president. It would be so disingenuous of me to sit here and say that I believe that Ellis Cummings would not make a good president. I wouldn't say that because I don't believe that. But he's just not my guy. Period. Everybody got their guy. He's your guy. I respect that. He's not my guy. You should respect that. I know you don't respect mine because you say, oh, Costa can cause trouble for people. So if Costa say he's not supporting your guy, then it's a problem for you. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Cummings has a lot of supporters. I'm friends with many of his supporters. Very good friends with many of them. And while there may be many of them who are bullish and cocky in their support for their guy, their promotion of their guy, there are many Ellis Cummings supporters who are very nice people. Very nice people. My own beloved Auntie Ella Momalu, shout out to you, Auntie Ella. The other day she called me. She said, nephew, she came all the way to Delaware for my birthday celebration last year. Auntie Ella supports Ellis Cummings. She came all the way from Georgia. Auntie Ella is a member of the COP. Auntie Ella prays for me. But we talked. She said, nephew, why are you not supporting this man? We had a long talk, Auntie Ella, Momalu, and myself. And I will not divulge to you what my auntie and myself talked about. When she watches or listens to this show, she will just smile. But she know what I told her. She know my reasons that I gave her. But I will not share those reasons with you. So I will not sit here and say all Cummings supporters are bad, or they are bullish, or they are type people. At the same time, there are Joe Burger supporters who feel damn entitled. They feel that Joe Burger must be president. He's the only man to fit to be president. I don't agree. I don't agree. Many people complain to me about Burger support. You see me, I'm the guy right there in the middle, Burger.
Yeah.
My man, the UP people just feed the presidency for them. The U people feel damn entitled. It is true about many UP supporters or many Burger supporters. There are many of you who are UP people, you feel entitled. You feel that you want to know the presidency. And I don't support Burger because of UP. I know it's hard for people to understand. I don't like Burger or I don't favor Burger because of UP, because I don't like UP. Because of their record for 12 years. And many UP people, many Burger people tell me, Costa, please don't say that. We beg you. I know many of them. People I care about. They say this to me, don't say it. But the reason why I can't stop saying it, even though I promise them that I will work on this, is because we are where we are today because of what Ellen Johnson Sirleaf did to us as a country. Okay? that Joe didn't even win the election. Joe Biden won it. But we are where we are because of the way UP ran the country and what. So it is difficult. Many times, Mr. Costa, how can you reconcile your fondness, your feelings, your sentiments, your fond sentiments toward Joe Buckeye when everything that UP did to you? People ask me that question. I must admit, it is a difficult question to answer. It's a difficult question to answer. Why would you even support or be sympathetic toward Joe Buckeye after everything the government did to you? I get asked that question a lot. And it is a difficult question. It's a difficult question. Because those who ask that question, some of them ask that question genuinely. Costa, we saw what you went through. But you know what? The people who ask me that question, some of them ask me because they don't want me to support Buckeye. So that's why they ask me that. So those people who ask that question from a agendized political point of view, they're disingenuous. I know why they're asking it. But there are some people who are genuine. Now I said, well, Costa, why you support UP? Or I don't support UP. Period. I don't. Some people would like me to not say it. Costa, don't say that. You like the old man Joe Buckeye, but don't say that about UP. I'm not holding anything against them, but I just don't support them as a party, as an institution. You see? So I'm a very complex character. Very complex character. I try to be fair. Look, one of the things I'm working on, folks, is that I'm trying very hard to be fair. I'm learning it, especially as a leader. You have to try to be fair. And there are some people who make the argument, Costa, you think after everything Unity Party did, they should be in power again, Costa? Should you give them power? Should you support them to have power? People say those things to me. The things I hear. I know it is not black or white. There's a gray area in the middle. Dinah and Chelsea Tipley. People bombard me with a lot. People bombard me with a lot of things. Y'all ain't know what I can go through, eh? People bombard me with a lot. People will say, oh, Costa, Ellis coming hands are clean. So. He has not been involved in any of this thing. We should get a chance over UP. People call me to campaign for their candidate, especially for Cummings. A lot of people try to win me over to the Cummings side. A lot of Cummings people, close people, the Cummings, they try to win me over to the Cummings side. But I'm sorry, folks, I just don't feel his vibe. Let me give an example. Like you see the fan get all your men say they get fan. You say agree they get fan, right? Everybody agree fan. But all your men are running behind the guy they want to get. But for you just don't feel it. She fine, yeah, she fine, but you just don't. You aren't crazy about her as your friends are. You aren't infatuated. All your friends are head over heels, infatuated, obsessed. They're going berserk over this girl. But Baka, you just say now there, you don't feel it. You're like, but I don't know. So that's it. No hard feelings, no mileage towards him, but he just isn't my guy. You have to understand that. Coming up by me at all. Anybody say, yeah, Ellis coming to buy man, Ellis coming to do that, because you got to tell me what's the history. Where has he done bad? Where has he been corrupt? None. I would never sit here one day and tell you, when Ellis Cummings was at Coca-Cola, he stole 20 million. I will never ever say those things about Ellis Cummings because I have never heard any of those things. I have never heard any of those things. You see? So that is my thing. So I will never fabricate any lies against Ellis Cummings. Never. Never, ever. But the issue remains that he's just not my guy. If somebody else decides to support him, I respect their decision. I respect their right. But that's not my guy. That's just not my guy. Now we have a few minutes to go. We should take a few calls. Hey, somebody said, we'll win election in Liberia with all your support. Yes. But who the hell am I? You can win election in Liberia with all Costa. Costa ain't nobody. You know, that's the part I don't understand. They want Costa support, but Costa not nobody. Costa only somebody when he's supporting them. When he's not supporting them, then he's not. You know? Exactly. Then he's not nobody. So yeah. So you can win an election in Liberia without Henry Costa. Who the hell is Costa? Costa is a nobody. Nobody listens to him. He has no following. He cannot influence anybody at all. Who the hell is he? So what you worry about Costa for? Costa an insignificant man. Eh? Yeah. We'll win election like bro. Oh, Costa, but who? What? You think I'm anybody? I'm a nobody. Yeah. Exactly. So I wish you luck. Let's take some calls. But hey, another thing is this. Before we take a few calls, I want people to leave Ellis Cummings alone with a VP business. That's my desire. You don't have to listen to me. But I think people should, it's not fair to Cummings when people try to shove this thing in his face. You must be VP. You must be VP. It's not fair to him. I really honestly believe that it is not fair to Ellis Cummings for people to be saying he must be VP to Joe Biden. No. I think they should leave him, they should leave him be. The man has his right to want to be president. If he runs and he wins, fine. But I think they should leave him alone about being VP to Biden. I think they should leave him alone. They should leave him alone. Cummings has told you clearly that he believes the vice president ain't got no power. The vice president ain't nothing. That is all true. I agree. The vice president ain't got no damn power. They come a lot of Cummings supporter who can call me every day say I'm being honest today. But you see, I speak like that all the time. But you people don't just hear me. I keep telling y'all, I hope today y'all can really take it to Ellis Cummings and say, go listen to Costa today. Because I ain't got nothing against this man. He ain't do nothing to me. I don't know Ellis Cummings from Adam's stray cat. I honestly think people should leave Cummings alone. You know, let me tell you something. And this is something I'm going to say that some of you might be surprised when I say this. Why it is reasonable for some people to say that Ellis Cummings should consider being VP to Boakai. To some extent, it is reasonable for some people to say that. But it is also unfair to Ellis Cummings to want to compel or push him to subjugate his presidential aspiration in order to play second fiddle to Boakai. I think it is unfair. I think it is unfair to tell a man the only thing you fit for is to be VP, and that's not a way to do it. I think when Ellis Cummings says that he wants to be president and not VP, and people say he's cocky, he's arrogant, I think it's unfair. I think it is unfair for anybody to say in the comments that he's arrogant because he says he wants to be president. Even Boakai, everybody who wants to be president is egotistical. Every one of us. People can say, oh, come make a big ego. You think you say you want to be leader for everybody, you think that a man with no ego cannot desire to want to lead everybody. No. So, Komizo, Boakai, Ureo, all politicians are egotistical. All politicians are egotistical. You see it? So, for you to say that it is wrong for Ellis Cummings to desire to want to be the president instead of being second fiddle in a country where historically the vice president has no power, no influence, he's looked upon with permanent, consistent suspicion, distrust, he's treated with disrespect, he or she, as in the case of now Vice President Joe Howard Taylor. Who would want to be vice president in a country where you sit down there, you see the VP is disrespected all the time? Joe Howard Taylor can be crying and I get gas for gas. Boy, that the job you would want, where Samuel Tuer and McGill treat the vice president like he nothing. So hey, I understand where Cummings is coming from. Cummings says, hey, now with VP because VP ain't got no power. And Cummings says, in order to make the most impact, he wants to be in a position that would afford him the opportunity to make the most impact, and that is the presidency. And I agree with Ellis Cummings. In most countries, not just Liberia, the vice president is just ceremonial. Even in the United States. If you're not lucky to have a president here in America who respects and values the input of the vice president, you will be nothing. So people should leave Ellis Cummings alone when he says he does not want to be vice president, only president. And he gives his reason. And I think I agree with his reason 100%. The vice president has no power. The vice president, you're not nothing. You are at the mercy of the president. And it is sad, but that's the way it is. So I don't think he's arrogant to say that he does not want to be anything but president. I don't think so. So leave him be. Let him exercise his constitutional right to want to be president. He has a desire to want to be president. You see the way I structure it? To want to be president is his desire. To be president, well, it's beyond him. That you, the people, can decide who becomes president. So I hope I have addressed this issue sufficiently so that going forward, you all can go and you can say Costa does not hate Ellis Cummings. If anybody who is supporting Boakai expects that I will go all out and try to destroy Ellis Cummings to favor Joe Boakai, I will not do that. Let me repeat. This morning will not take any calls. Boakai, Jerry, relax. I want to address the issue, Boakai, because it's key and it's critical. And you know this, Boakai, because you know the way they can be attacking me, right? Let me just make it clear. If anybody in the Boakai camp expects Henry Costa to be their little attack dog within the CPP for Joe Boakai, you are wrong. I, Henry Pedro Costa, shall not engage in any negative, unfair, diabolical, clandestine fabrication and machination of lies, conspiracies against Ellis Cummings in order to impede his chances of becoming standard bearer of the CPP. I shall not do that. I'm going to repeat that. I, Henry Pedro Costa Sr., shall not engage, be a part of, conspire to fabricate diabolical, malicious, clandestine lies and other machinations against Alexander Benedict Cummings Jr. in order to help Boakai become standard bearer and impede Cummings's chances of becoming standard bearer. I shall not do that. So help me God. And there are two reasons why I shall not do that. Two reasons why. Reason number one, the Henry Costa of today is a leader who has been elevated by God and by many, many thousands of Liberians. I am above being somebody's little attack dog. I'm above that. I'm way above that. The people did not elevate Henry Costa to be fighting in a gutter for somebody's political aspiration. I will not do that. I'm a leader. Many tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of Liberians look up to me. So people, God first. When people elevate you, when the people have elevated you, you can't bring yourself down to that level and can't be, no. I'm above that. In the past, I may have done that, but this Costa of today, I will not play dirty in that way. However, when the time comes, it's okay. I can make my case for whoever I will support for Senate bearer. But to be engaged in mudslinging, horse trading, in order to help my preferred candidate of choice is something that I believe is beneath me, beneath my dignity. I will not do that. So you can go tell you can go tell the other side. You can do that. And as chairman of the COP, I will also stay clear of publicly endorsing a candidate for Senate bearer until we've had the convention of the CPP. But that does not mean that I don't have a choice or I don't have a preference. I have a choice and I have a preference. I have a choice and I have a preference. But I will not actively engage in supporting that choice or that preference now. I will not openly do that, because if I did that, I know who I am. When I tell you today, Henry Costa endorsed Joe Blow to be standard bearer, that's not small thing. I know myself. Sometimes I lose control. But I'm working on that. I've been working on self-restraint a lot. I'm working on myself. I would be able to do, it will cause damage in the CPP. If I were to endorse a candidate right now, and say, officially, I'm endorsing Joe Boakai. No, I'm not going to officially endorse Joe Boakai until the CPP makes, the COP will make that decision after the CPP has decided. That much I can tell you. But my relationship with Joe Boakai, I will never hide it. I am very close with the former vice president. Very close with him. I enjoy his confidence and he enjoys mine. I like Joe Boakai very, very much. Very much. We're very fond of each other. In fact, oftentimes, he calls me nephew, and I call him uncle. We hardly call each other by name. It's nephew and uncle. So I will not hide that. My relationship with Uncle Joe. Yeah. This coming supporter say, we know that we accept that you only got one vote. That's true. This Ellis coming supporter. Henry Costa has only one vote. That is true. Joe Boakai also has only one vote. Ellis Cummings also has only one vote. But Henry Costa has many thousands of people who believe in him. That's the difference between you and Henry Costa. You got one vote, I got one vote. But I have plenty of people who will vote for the candidate that I support. That is a big difference. Everybody only got one vote. But not everybody equal in the game of politics. Fellow Liberians, I want to make this appeal again before we close. We're not taking calls this morning, but I want to make this appeal. I beg y'all, particularly to all my supporters, please, please, please stop attacking one another in the name of supporting a candidate for the standard bearership of the CPP and, of course, ultimately for president. To the Cummings people, stop saying to the UP people that they are nasty, they are corrupt, and they're this and they're that, because you're in a collaboration with them. From the moment you became a member of the collaboration, you decided that it was okay to work with UP. You decided that. To the Boakai people, stop behaving as though Boakai is entitled to the presidency. He is not entitled to the presidency. Nobody is entitled to the presidency. And the Joe Boakai that I know does not feel that he is entitled to the presidency. In fact, he will tell you, Henry or nephew, God has kept me for this moment. That is what he will tell you. God has kept me for this moment, kept me alive, kept me around. He does not tell you, Henry, I must be president of Liberia. In order for them to do something, I must be. No. No. Boakai never says that to me. So I see many of the people who be saying all the things to people for Joe Boakai, they don't even know Boakai's mindset. Joe Boakai is not desperate to be president, but Joe Boakai would make a damn good president. You understand? And he will not tell you that it must be me. But of course, he has his right to assert his desire to serve his country. So, to the Cummings people, leave Boakai alone, yeah? To the Boakai people, leave Cummings alone about being arrogant, about being cocky. He now won't be nothing. He just won't be president. That he meant damn right to be president. Tomorrow when I want to run for president, someone else tell me, oh, they're picking you too young, you want to be president. And they see, so I will not back that today. Today you look at coming, oh, the man, that the man business, that the man right. Somebody say Costa won't be want minister job from Boakai. You lie. I want job that I'm elected into. I don't want a job from the executive branch of government. And I have my reasons. The executive branch of government, everybody got to be an ass kisser to get a job there. When you get a job, then you got to be there. Anything the president says, you got to agree with him. I'm not able. Even the Joe Boakai that I like so much, if he became president, I would not want a job from his government. No, I want no job from Joe Boakai. Because the day the government do something, I go to some kind of way, they say, oh, man, you're fired, man. No. So I don't want a job I can be fired from. Only by the people but not by one man to fire me because I don't like what they're doing. I'll tell them to fire me. So I don't want minister job. I want a job that I am elected into. 2023, I will present myself to the Liberian people when I have made my decision as to what to run for. Maybe I will not run. Maybe I will run. So when I present myself and they vote for me, fine. If they not vote for me, okay, I will not die. But my main concern is the presidency. The presidency is more important than being senator. So rather than focusing on my own political interest, I'm focused on the bigger one for the country. Because even if I'm senator tomorrow, there's not much I will be able to do for the Liberian people to change their situation. But as president, the person who will be the president, that person can change the country. So I will focus most of my energy on helping to make the right person president. I will focus most of my energy on helping the right man, the right person in the CPP to be the president. If we decide what we're going to run for, if we decide we're going to run at all, the Liberian people over the last 10 years, what I've done, they've seen me, they know who I am, they know by now what I stand for, they know my weaknesses, they know my strengths, they know my shortcomings as a human being. So they will decide whether they want Costa to be the senator or not. They will decide. And I worry about that one say. They say bird does not pray for long feathers. It prays for long life. Because as long as it lives, the feathers will grow. So, my people are here there. Y'all, thank you. Today, we're sorry we didn't take calls. But I wanted to get a lot of things off my chest. Y'all go tell Alex Cummings. I ain't got no problem with him. He got a right to be president. He got a right to not want to be vice president. I respect that. But I just don't support his bid to be president. And I don't think my mind would change. I will only support him if I have to, if I don't have a choice. If Cummings becomes the standard bearer, I can leave Cummings and go support Jawia. And not possible. I'll support Cummings. Thank you so much, folks. God bless you all. Again, I want to say this to my COP people, my thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of COP supporters. As your leader, as your humble servant, I'm calling on you to desist from attacking Mr. Yogbo. Desist from attacking Moba Yogbo over his decision to become a member of the ANC. It is his right. It is his right. It is his right. That's the argument I make to them. Why should we not attack Yogbo? Because it is his right. As your chairman, I can say this to you. Our rules will be adhered to. One of our rules is that he can be a member of any party he chooses. And our rule, so far, our rule has not been breached. Our rule states that you cannot hold all our executives cannot be executives of political parties, or you cannot hold any position in any political party, not even chaplain or treasurer. You cannot be a COP executive and hold a position of any sort whether appointed or whether elected or in any political party. Let me tell you now, that is our rule. That rule was applied when Mo Ali wanted to become Secretary General of Unity Party. He had to step aside. Yogba, if Yogba decides to take up a position in the ANC, it will also be his right. But our rule will also apply. He will have to step aside as one of our key spokespersons, Secretary General. But until then, Yogba enjoys my confidence as my Secretary General of the COP. But the rule is the rule. If tomorrow the ANC decides to appoint Mr. Yogba, because he's a very capable, very competent, very well-spoken young man, very smart, if they decide to utilize Yogba's skills and his intelligence and appoint him to a position, whatever position, it will only be fair that Yogba would have to step aside as Secretary General, because you can't be an official in a party and hold an official position in our. My people keep saying I should take calls. Should we take some calls, folks? You keep saying that. Take some calls. Take some calls. I think we should. I think we should take some calls. I think we should take some. But let me just finish up on that. I want to tell you now. If Yogba takes up a position in the ANC, Yogba himself, as intelligent, as sophisticated as he is, will know that he can no longer be serving as Secretary General of the COP. He knows that already. It goes without saying. That's the thing when you're dealing with educated people in Aha, because they already know what's up. I'm going to go convene Yogba because Yogba already knows, because it is our rule. It is our rule. But somebody said, what about Dillon? No, Dillon is just advisory committee. It's an advisory role. Dillon holds an advisory position in the COP. Dillon is not in the executive leadership. No, he's the advisory committee chair. Advisory. That's how we put all the lawmakers who are members of COP. They are members of the advisory committee. They are not members of the executive structure. Yeah. So nobody in the COP leadership holds any position in political parties. I'm Henry Costa. I'm your humble servant, your chairman. I'm a flow member in the ALP. Minipage Jomo is my vice chair for administration. He's a flow member in his party, Liberty Party. The VCO, Anthony S. Tengbe, is vice chair for operations of the COP. He's a member of the CPP. I don't know which party exactly. I believe Liberty Party, but he's not an official. He's just an ordinary member. Mr. Mobake Yogba has recently joined the ANC. He's just a flow member as yet. If he takes up a position, he's going to have to step aside. It is as simple as that. But until then, Yogba is our Secretary General. Yogba is our Secretary General. John Sabo is asking who are COP executives. The people in the national leadership, John Sabo. Everybody in an organization cannot be executive. So the people in national leadership, and then we have a leadership council. All the people who are members of that leadership council, they are executives. Yeah. Ben Sanvi is an executive. Stephen Johnson is the national coordinator for the USA. He's an executive. So all those people are executives. Maurice Duclay is a chair, Minnesota chapter. He is an executive. Sister Frances Power, she is the chairwoman for the Europe chapter. She is an executive. Mohammed Kone is the youth chair of the COP, very important organ of the COP. He's an executive. You see that? So those are all executives of the COP. And then we have, Sister Winifred Johnson, Sister Musu, Sister all those people, Anna, they are all executives. Sister Lopu Ziga, she's the treasurer of the USA chapter. She is an executive. Mrs. L. Louis Gale, you know, she's an executive. So those are the executives. And then you have members. But every organization has to have the leadership. So those who sit there at the table to make decisions for the COP, there are executives of the COP. That's the way it works in a COP. When we go to meetings, the meetings are attended by executives. Sometimes, if necessary, we'll bring some people who are not members of the executive leadership, but only the executives attend meetings. Yeah, that's the way it works in our movement. So all our executives, they are well respected at our meetings. You come to COP meeting, you have the right to you have the right to say what's on your mind. We develop the agenda, we have the discussions, and we agree, we disagree. Most of our decisions are made through consensus. That's the beauty of the COP. Most of our decisions, we don't vote. We reach consensus. We go to the meeting and somebody will propose something and we discuss it. L. Louis Gale is not an executive member of the ALP. Nope, she's just a member of the ALP. So nobody who holds an executive leadership position in the COP is an executive of any political party. And we try to keep it that way. It is our rule. If Henry Costa decided to become an executive official of the ALP today, I would have to give up my position as chairman. I would have to give up my position as chairman. That's just been fair. After Mo Ali became Secretary General of UP, Mo Ali moved up to he became one of the executives. He became one of the executives of the Advisory Council, where Director General is. So you see, all the lawmakers and all the people who hold party positions are on the Advisory Council. Now they can attend meetings, yes. Of course, they can make inputs and all. They can vote and all, but they are not on the leadership, the executive leadership. They are Advisory Council people. But let's take a few calls. Just a few calls, maybe 5 or 6 calls. Then we'll close it. So I just want you to know that. I hope I have said enough, so you know, so you understand where we are. Somebody said Ben Seven has a step down from Spoon TV. Come on, you know, Thomas Cry, my brother. Thomas Cry, man, you're not being fair. Ben Seven is an executive. Spoon Talk that he appears on as a co-host, it does not conflict with his COP. In fact, it's good for us that Ben Seven is on Spoon Talk. Thomas Cry, let's be fair. Haven't you seen many times Ben Seven would be defending COP on Spoon Talk? My sister, my big sister, Ruth Roberts Spengba, have you not heard Ben Seven defend our beloved COP many times on Spoon Talk? Of course. Maple Hall. You all have heard Ben Seven. So it is a plus that Ben Seven sits on such a big platform. It is a good thing for the COP, not a bad thing at all. So, Brother Thomas Crow, I respectfully disagree with you. I think Brother Ben needs to remain where he is, and we benefit from his being on Spoon Talk. We benefit. COP people spread all over. So it's a good thing. Every time some kind of misinformation, somebody attacks COP on Spoon Talk, Ben always jumps to the defense of COP. Ben is a loyal executive of the COP. Ben is one of the original founders. In fact, I will tell you this, something I will tell you all. Ben Seven and I are very close. Very, very close. And before I founded the COP, Ben Seven and I used to talk quite a lot. You know, we talk quite frequently. Every other day we talk. If a week goes by, we don't talk, then it looks like we haven't spoken in such a long time. But just before I founded the COP, that day on the radio, on the Costa Show, and called for the protest. That pronouncement was preceded by many weeks of intense conversations between Ben Senvi and myself about something needing to happen to get the government to stop, to just check themselves the way they were going. Yeah, so we did that. Ben and I used to talk quite a lot before the thing. And we were discussing all the different scenarios, calling for a protest. So before many people came on board with the COP, after I formed the COP, I founded the COP, but I did not form the COP. There's a difference between that. Who is the founder of the COP? Henry Costa. Who formed the COP? Yeke Koluba, Darius DeLong, Oscar Cooper, Sandro Johnson, Ben Senvi, and several other people. You see? So while I may have been the one that even the chairman of ANC today, Senator Daniel Nathan, was one of the people who helped to form the COP. So you see, I founded the COP, but I did not form it. You see, you may come up with an idea for a movement, but you alone cannot form a whole movement. No, one man cannot form a whole movement. To form something, to structure it, to build it, you have to do it with people. Somebody saying, I'm using I. What do you want me to say now? So you want me to say we founded the COP? The COP was not founded by 2 people or 3 people. It was founded by one person, Henry Costa. So what should I say? Should I say we founded the COP? But that would be historically incorrect. The COP was founded by one person, but it was not formed. It was not structured by one person. So you see some of the things, you are being unfair. You want me to give credit where no credit is due. You see? So a lot of people formed the COP, but only one man founded the idea of the COP. And that is the truth. But you say, you see the other man say, I like to use I. So what should I say? I should say we founded the COP, but that's not true. Henry Costa is a man that founded the COP. Whether you like Costa or not, it is the fact. The COP, the Council of Patriots, was not, that's true, Roland Yima. One man can breathe an idea and that idea can take form, but for that idea to stay alive, many people have to join it, including the likes of Roland Yima, who's our North Dakota chapter chairman. So one man may create something. He may speak it into existence, but he cannot cause it to stay alive. Other men say, if I say I, then I'm selfish. So now nobody can say I. You see how childish some people are. So you can't say I no more. So whenever you say I, then you are selfish. Oh my God! You see, some of you, I don't understand you because you don't like Henry Costa. So you don't like the fact that Costa should even use the word I. So I can't say I no more because what now? What am I? Am I the Pope? Do you know the Pope never says I? Even when he wants to eat, he can say we want to eat. If he wants to speak, he says we want to speak. The Pope, the moment you become Pope from Cardinal, when you're Cardinal, you can say I. Then when you become Pope, you cannot say I. It is we. We. You drop the I in your diction completely. But I am not the Pope. So yes, I can say I. The COP was founded by Henry Pedro Costa. It was not founded by 5 people or 10 people or 2 people or 3 people. One man. But it was not formed by Henry Costa alone. It was formed by every one of us. Every one of us who are still members. So that is a historical fact. It is a historical fact. And then somebody tell me, Costa, don't ever use the word I. How you tell me I shouldn't use the word I? You can't say I can't use the word I. I know a lot of people tell me that. Oh, Costa, you let them say I too much and you let them take credit too much. When you do something, you should not take credit again. Huh? So you can say I, yeah? You can say I. It's okay. And I will not stop saying I because you don't like it, because you say it sounds selfish. That is stupid on your part. But so there is the difference. One man founded the COP, but one man did not form the COP. So when I announced the idea of the COP that day on the show, the first person that called in that day to support the announcement was Darius DeLong. He was not a senator then, of course. He was not senator then. Then Yeke Kolobak called. Then Oscar Cooper called. Senator Oscar Cooper. Then Senator Sano Johnson called. And that was it, my people. That's what gave life to the COP. That was it. But even then, it was still just something that we thought about. We hadn't structured any organization. Yeah. So that's true. B Sister Ruth Robert Spengba. The idea of the COP was not something I had planned. I'd never planned it. That's true. That day I was on the show, and it was as if God just spoke it through me. I didn't get up that morning. It was not on my agenda that day to say, go talk about forming COP. No, it was not. If I said that to you, that would be a bloody lie. And I would not tell such a lie. And it just came through me. And look at it today. It's a powerful organization with membership all around the world. By the way, folks, that water kiosk they built in Satan, we were not pleased with their work. We had to get it, they had to fix it up. That broken tile they put there, we made them remove it and put proper tile, and then they put a fence, like a brick, they built something around it and put cross rack in it. It looks really, really nice now. I will post the pictures. That's why we haven't done the dedication of the water kiosk, because we wanted it to look nice. Yeah, it has to look aesthetically, appeasing. So we fixed it up, appealing. So we fixed it up, and now it looks really, really nice. When you see it, it will really appeal to your eyes, because it has to look good. So, folks, that is the situation. There is no way you can speak of the COP without mentioning all those people who came first when I founded the COP. No way. No way. Take the some movements. Take the Unity Party, for example. The Unity Party was founded by Dr. Edward B. and Casserly. It was his idea. And other people came on board and joined him. Other people came on board and joined him. So a lot of things can be founded by sometimes just one man. But it takes many people to make it work. And that's where we give the credit to everyone. So you may come up with an idea for something, but if you are not able to get others to buy into that idea and support that idea, sometimes that idea will just die. Okay, let's take 5 calls. And then we'll close it up here. 5 calls, just 5. We've been here a little too long. Baga, you have to unmute yourself. Baga?
Okay, so you getting me now?
Yes, I am. Let's take 5
All right.
calls. Just 5. Then we're gonna call it a day. 5, please.
0770102102086 0103830 0555 102 The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. That's the numbers that you can call and be live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning, brother. This is William. Good morning, Pedro.
Morning.
Morning, welcome.
Yeah, Pedro, you getting me? I want to say thank you this morning, Pedro, for the clarity. Yeah, I'm getting you, brother.
Please listen to me through the phone. Stop listening to the receiver.
Okay, sure. Everything okay now?
Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, Pedro.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Pedro this morning for the clarity at making the Unity Party people to understand, even making ANC people to understand, because by attacking each other, it won't be right for us. It won't be good for us. And I want to say this another issue I had again. I tried talking about it yesterday on the radio. I noticed that the guy from Spoon FM called James Budeflomo always in the act of attacking Petro. Every time Petro posts on Facebook.
Stop, man. Stop. No. Baga, tell that man to stop. Don't mention that
okay.
Peking. That Peking, I will not call it niece. That's my Peking. He's okay. He ain't got no problem. He just like attention. That Peking is just trying to get attention. Don't bother him. Don't call his name yet. Don't attack him. You know, James likes attention.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
My name is Leke Kumara. I'm calling from Syracuse, New York.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you. I just want to talk to Costa about some of the things that he said this morning. Specifically, I'd like to he asking people not to talk to Comey about becoming the vice president. In my view, the reason why so many of us want Comey to become the vice president is Liberia now is like a good place to be. And we do not want to give the chance to this government that is in power to stay in power. The only way that this government can go away is for them to be aligned. If Comey agrees to become the vice president under Joe Buckeye, I have no doubt in my mind, we are government will go away. But if they happen to split, it's going to become a problem. We might stay, and nobody wants we are to stay.
Okay.
The country is not going right. So I want him to know that why it's true that it is Comey's right to say he wants to be the vice president, he wants to be the president. We also believe that this time is the time for Buckeye. It is coming. Who just came into the country. He is a Liberian. I understand that, but he has never held any executive position before in his life.
All right.
In terms of country,
we'll have to make it snappy and take other callers.
1 minute
3.
per caller, please. 1 minute.
Yeah, let's see if we can take the balance 3. Yeah, we can take the rest 3 calls coming up. 0770 102 102 86 01038355102. If you're out of Liberia, you can call me up on WhatsApp. That's +231-888-624171, and you will be live. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Welcome.
Yeah, Usman, you're calling from Claverton.
Welcome, Usman.
Yeah, I just want to give lay advice to him and Petro Costa. You know, sometimes the people who they want making to lost on track what you saying, while they just stepping with people saying measure, why you always saying which of course that say can say when they give me full money to that also they will say taking do this, this. They can say but of course that will not be giving attention to that people. Don't give them freedom.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let me take trying to connect with this person. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Buckeye.
Yeah.
Eventually. How are you?
I'm okay.
Morning, Costa.
Morning, man. How's you doing?
Yes. I just want to tell Costa, thank you for explaining everything to the people. Not going to. It's not everybody that's going to love you or agree with you or listen to you, and that's their prerogative. Just keep doing what you're doing. To the supporter of both BP Boycott and Mr. Kwame, you're going to do this, and when you don't take time, you will end up messing up, and we are right back. All these propaganda and bad things cause each other, some way y'all nothing. The Facebook, what they call it, politician, all people are watching you. In order for you to put out to your profile, you have to be humble. Just stop being so greedy and arrogant and just argue among yourself. People don't like whether the person that you or whatever. That's their problem. I just want someone who can come and be a good leader. That's why we're
Okay.
Speaking of the VP, I'm not trying to be arrogant here. It's like abuse, being in an abusive relationship. If you being abused and disrespected, hell with the VP, I will resign. But I can't be there for me to be disrespected, for them to put me in the corner and pack me like a old ratting. I have no anything to talk about. So if she having problem, we are people respecting her. Resign.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Says Evangelist Maminta. They'll see if we can take
two more, right?
Yeah, two more to go. 0770. Okay, let's take the youth chair. Mohammed, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Buckeye. Good morning to Leader Aaron Pedro Costa. My name is Mohammed S. and I call from Johnsonville. Leader, thank you very much for the show. Firstly, let me thank my COP ball for their victory yesterday over his bar. We won 1-0 and the goal was scored by Marco Vanni. Thanks to our powerful coach, Momo Johnson. But the issue in CPP, yes, Buckeye supporters may have issues, may have problems. But most of these problems have come from the CPP angle and the doing of the ANC. You can't be attacking Costa, be attacking Joseph Boakai, then you want to win the presidency. Whether you like it, you don't like it, Boakai has proved to the Liberian people that is popular. Anybody in the opposition now, you want to win the presidency, with Boakai now contesting, you want Boakai support. They then got over 446,000 votes plus. Are these people going away from Boakai? You got 112,000 votes. Look at the disparity. That's a huge disparity. You should be talking to Buakai. You should be coming to United Party folk, appealing to them to win their soul. But not to be attacking. And nobody in the opposition will tell me that you don't need leader federal voter support. It's wrong. I told one of their supporters, I attack against leader federal voter because I'm wrong. They will follow it, then they your problem. Because the party for how they feel about Kumi. Now Kumi didn't support them. If you come here at the shoot, Kumi said he was neutral. When the boy in New York as a support, he said that we were ahead to avoid the evil pregnancy. He acted like Broski. They said that God pregnant was evil child. But they didn't have to avoid the evil child. But they said, what don't we have to keep that today? They all put the picture today because if we have put our hands together, maybe what I would have won, they said that before I think he wouldn't have had to. Thank you, God bless us and save our state.
Thank you so much.
Now, but that is another thing many Buckeye supporters have against Ellis Cummings. I'm sure you've heard that a lot. That Cummings didn't support Buckeye in the second round. A lot of people hold that against Cummings. A lot of people. But again, that's politics. Cummings felt that it was his right. He didn't want to support anybody, but a lot of people hold it against him. One more call, right? Now we're gonna go. One more, Buckeye, please. I know you want to leave now.
Let's take the Grand Cayman County, Lawrence, COP.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Hero. Good morning, Your Excellency Pedro Costa. How are you doing?
Good morning to you, my dear.
I appreciate all of the conversations, all of what the talking point that the heroes have just spoken on. He really made my day today. He spoke like a leader. He spoke like a leader, and that's exactly what I support him of, because he always giving us assurance, giving us hope. I think he is the right person we have had, and we will continue to work with him. He remains our hero. And I just want to speak on an issue where people are asking him why he is supporting Buakai when the United Party government treated him the way he treated him. I think everybody knows the role of a vice president in Liberia, especially Buakai himself was a victim of all of the ruling and the governance of the United Party at the time. We all know he was on many occasions was denied even some of his own benefit and things. But as a mature leader as Buakai is, he remained quiet. We are not seeing the raft, or we never saw the raft that we are seeing between the WIA and the JUA leadership today. So these are issues that make Buakai a very unique and mature person. And Costa, as a leader, understanding that these vices exist in governance, so he had nothing against Buakai, and he knows that Buakai have been tested by the Liberian people. Buakai have had some experience, and when it comes to numbers, election is normal, and Buakai have had some commanding numbers in Liberian politics. I think it's just right that we all gathered our support around the Buakai Senate bearership, and then we can make the necessary changes for the Liberian people to win. Again, I want to finally assure the leader that we remain your supporter. We are soldiers. We are prepared to take the instruction wherever it comes. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Brother Lawrence Konowa, our Grand Cayman County chairman of the COP. We are all over the place, COP. Now we're working on establishing the Bombing County chapter. When I come to Liberia in December, we'll visit many counties. We'll visit Grand Cayman County. We'll visit Bombing County. We'll visit Magibi. We'll visit Bong. We'll visit Nimba. We'll visit Grand Bassa. So we will visit several counties, at least on that trip. I intend to visit those counties. That's about 5, right? 4 or 5 counties. Let's take some more calls.
Keep your calls coming. We stay here taking them. LC
One more, right?
0770.
One more. Okay, just one more. Then we're gonna go. One more, please.
Yeah. Okay. So we still anticipate that one caller. Just keep your calls coming in. As soon as you dial that number, the WhatsApp number is there also, plus 231-888-624171. We'll take you and then put you through. Okay, we have the person already on this line here. Good morning.
Good morning, Baka.
Yeah, your name, where you calling us from?
My name is Mohammed Kuma. I'm calling you from Canada.
Welcome, Mr. Kruma.
That's our COP man there from Canada.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say good morning to our leader, Henry Pedro Costa. And I follow him this morning, and everything he said was on point. But what I want the CPP people to know is that in every labyrinth, let them be assured that Joseph Boakai will be opportunity in the 2022 election, and we will rally around him to support him. Some of us feel that he's in the best position to change things around in Liberia, and the best we can do is to give him our support. And I'm also calling on Mr. Cummings to consider going as vice president or become vice president. I think that would be a clear pathway for him becoming president of Liberia. But anything short than that, they will be giving jobs with another 6 years, that which we really do not want. So the sooner we see that in the CPP, the better it will be for every one of us. That is my contribution this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother. Brother Kruma. I hope you feel better. I chatted with him a few days ago. He's our COP Canada chair. He's been working there to establish the COP chapter there.
Yeah, let's just take this last caller here, Tomo Asumana from the States. Tomo, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Walker. Good morning, Pedro.
Yeah. Morning, brother.
My utterances this morning, we're becoming more mature, and that's how it should be. Okay, and we stand in support of whatever you say, as a COP member as well. And one thing I would like to talk about the Muslim holiday in Liberia. I think it is the time for the Muslim brothers to have a holiday instead of presidential holidays in Liberia. We should replace the presidential holidays in Liberia to one of these days as Muslim holiday, because all our past leaders have failed our country. So I don't see any reason why we should have presidential holiday in Liberia. Lastly, I would say a unity in the COP. The four political parties deem it necessary to come together to form one unit. So I don't see why all this bickering is about, having confusion among themselves. It is time now for the people to unite. If you really want, we have to go out of power for 2023. This is the time to stop attacking one another and fight and work towards, holding that power in 2023. Just stop all this bickering, okay? That's what I have to say. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much, big brother Thomas Ansumana. And please check your inbox. I just sent you a message there. Please contact big brother Thomas Ansumana. Is an avowed COP supporter. He lives in Baltimore, in Maryland, and he wants to help us structure the COP chapter there in Maryland, in the state of Maryland, and he wants to. He's offered to do that. And we would be very, very grateful to have him do that for us. He's a very prominent member of the Liberian community in the state of Maryland. He is the president of an important association there called the. Let me tell you the name again. It's called the. Wait, I got a full name here, the organization. I don't want to make a mistake, so bear with me there. So he got a appointed. I mean, he got elected. They went to an election. They even had to go to a runoff vote and all, but he won. And so we want him to help us set up the structure there. Check your inbox. I just sent you a number for Chairman Maurice Douglas. He's the president of the Few Good Men of Baltimore. The president of the Few Good Men of Baltimore. And they had the first election on March the 21st, which ended in a tie vote. And then they had to go to a runoff. And he, between him and a gentleman called Isaac Smith, and another fine gentleman. But Ansumana was favored, and he became the president of the association. Yes, so I just sent you Chairman Maurice Douglas' number. Please get in touch with him. He will work with you to establish the Maryland chapter of the COP. And when I mentioned the number of counties I intend to visit when I go to Liberia in December, I saw a message from Big Sister Evangeline Mamita. She said I should put Grand Jide on the list as well, because they're my in-laws. Grand Jide will always have a special place in my heart. And I have a lifelong bond with Grand Jide County. My son, Henry Costa Jr., my ex-wife, give me a beautiful boy, Henry Jr. And she's her mother is from Bazon District, Grand Jide County. So Grand Jide County will always have a special place in my heart. So yeah, I will take it on advisement and see whether logistically it will be possible to go up to Grand Jide County. I've been there before. I believe I've been there once in 2011 during the campaign when I was with Winston Tubman in the CDC. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you so much, Bwakai. And we're going to bring this to an end this morning. God bless you all. Have yourselves a wonderful day. We'll be back here tomorrow. This is Monday. So it wasn't too fiery today as some of you usually, as it normally is. But we will be back here tomorrow, same time. God bless you all. Have yourselves a wonderful, blessed day. Bye-bye. You see, Brother Ron, you must go to Maryland County. Man, Maryland's a nice place. I went there before. I had a good time in Maryland County. The man, Maryland man. I would love to go to that chapter. The next thing you know, every COP member want me to go to their county. I know Dinah Chelsea Tipley want me to go to her county. Dinah, where are you from? Sino originally? Everybody want me to go to the county. But we'll see.